In a conference in 2010, Mark Zuckerberg said, "People have really gotten comfortable not only sharing more information in different kinds, but more openly and with more people. That social norm is just something that has evolved over time." Social media has become an everyday, if not integral part of our society. Every day people are divulging a lot of personal information about themselves, but it was not always like this 10 years ago. In the past decade, there's been a clear decrease in regard for privacy due to social media. The first major sites spawned in 2002 to 2006, with Friendster and MySpace being the first two to pave the way. They all gained early success, and pretty soon privacy started to be traded for more friends and followers that users could stay up to date on in their personal lives. The boom in social media really started happening in 2008, though, when Facebook became the world's most popular site. The Huffington Post wrote an article about social media statistics, and they found that 25% of users on Facebook don't bother with any kind of privacy control. That amounts to about 200 to 250 million people not exhibiting any amount of privacy on their accounts. They transitioned from having their personal information being generally closed off to the public to pretty open to the public, obviously at their discretion. But this speaks to Mark Zuckerberg's point about how lack of privacy has become a social norm. And this is especially prevalent in teenagers, where social media is a huge industry. In a Pew Research Center study, they interviewed teens about what they post on their social media profiles and compared the results from 2006 to 2012. As you can see, the huge jumps in percentages show that teens have started to not really include privacy in their concerns, especially on social media. This can be attributed to the fact that our younger generations, including ours, we've grown up with the internet and we're accustomed to it as an open space and an open platform, and therefore we don't mind contributing our personal data and our personal information to this whole network. But older generations were a bit more wary of this because they did not grow up with it. But even today, we see people who did not grow up with the internet actively engaging in social media, such as celebrities and high-profile individuals. So this speaks to the fact that even among older generations, privacy is becoming less and less of a concern. The mobile phone revolution also contributed to lack of privacy, especially in social media. The Huffington Post article that I mentioned earlier also found that 488 million users regularly use Facebook's mobile app site. Also, the Wall Street Journal did an article about the rise of Instagram and its success, and they found that Instagram has more than 150 million monthly active users, a gain of roughly 128 million since Facebook bought the app last year. This is a testament to the rapid growth of social media, especially in the mobile industry. And in terms of mobile phone use, if we're open to the idea of divulging our personal lives wherever we are at any given time, we give up the right to keep our lives private, which is something a little more cherished among older generations. And all this trend in lack of privacy has had many impacts in the past couple of years, and this is why this paradigm shift is important. First of all, it has fostered better relationships among people. In a book called Social Media Usage and Impact, the editors do extensive research on social media and its impact, and they found that social media can contribute to individuals' satisfaction with life. Individuals who interacted regularly with Facebook, for example, were more likely to feel connected and happier. So by allowing people to stay up to date on your everyday happenings, you allow people to develop more affection for you because they know what you're experiencing on a daily basis, and the same goes for them in terms of you. Another major pro is that social media can connect people across the globe, and this can lead to crowdsourcing, which is when people use social media or the internet to accomplish a common goal, such as raising awareness for a certain cause, such as cancer research or other philanthropic ideas. One major con, though, is that these social media profiles can serve as a representation of a person, which for some people may not be too bad, but for some other people can be a major downfall, because entities such as employers and colleges are starting to look at these profiles and judging candidates based on them. An NBC article cited a study done by Microsoft in 2010 that found that 70% of company recruiters said they had rejected applicants based on information they found online. 70% is a massive amount considering how many company recruiters there are out there, and considering how many people are applying for a job on a daily basis. These entities are using social media, and they believe that profiles encompass individual as a person, whereas in reality there's more to a person than their Facebook profiles, their pictures on their Instagram, or their daily tweets. Another major negative impact is in terms of targeting. Individuals and companies use open information on social media to target individuals, and this is especially bad in terms of cyberbullying, which has been a major problem in the past couple of years. In conclusion, there's been a clear decrease in the past decade in privacy due to social media. We're all still aware of it, and we know it's important for our protection, but we just don't value it as much as we used to. This has come at many benefits and many negative impacts, such as the ability to harbor better relationships, but also the chance that it can serve as a false representation of a person.